8 famous foods created unintentionally. 1. Chocolate chip cookies were supposed to be chocolate. The famous American cookie was created in 1930. Ruth Wakefield owned a lodge. She ran out of baking chocolate, but her guests were promised chocolate cookies. So Ruth smashed up a bar of semi-sweet chocolate. She added it to the batter. Soon, people were flocking to her lodge just for the cookies. 2. Nachos are not a traditional Mexican food. They were invented in 1940 by Ignacio Nacho Anaya. Anaya was the manager at the Victory Club restaurant. One day, 10 hungry American military wives arrived unannounced. The chef was missing. So Anaya improvised by cutting up corn tortillas. He added cheese and pickled jalapeno strips. The women loved it and asked Anaya what it was called.
I guess we can just call them Nachos Special,
he said. 3. Popsicles were a work of nature. The guy who invented them was 11 years old in 1905. Frank Epperson simply forgot his soda-making equipment outside. The mixture froze overnight. The mixing stick stood upright. Epperson was impressed with the result. In 1923, he applied for a patent. 4. Potato chips were an 1853 protest. George Crumb was a restaurant chef. One customer complained about his fried potatoes. They were never thin enough. Crumb got mad and sliced the potatoes as thinly as he could. He fried and salted them, serving them as a joke. But the customer loved them. The demand was so high that Crumb opened his own restaurant. 5. Splenda wasn't supposed to be edible. Splenda is a brand name for sucralose. The sugar substitute was discovered at the University of London in 1976. Sugar company Tate & Lyle was doing a study. They wanted to blend sugar with lab chemicals. Tate & Lyle placed an ad to hire testers, but a foreign student misread it as tasters. He sampled the compound and found it 300 times sweeter than sugar. Sucralose became a multi-million-dollar industry. 6. Worcestershire sauce was supposed to be Indian. Lord Marcus Sance was the colonial governor of Bengal. Upon returning to England, he missed his favorite Indian sauce. He commissioned 2 drugstore owners to recreate it, but all they had to go by was his descriptions. The sauce they created reeked so bad, they put it away. It spent 2 years fermenting in the basement. When they rediscovered it, the chemists were delighted. It tasted great, and they started selling it as Worcestershire sauce. 7. Ice cream cones were a last-moment solution. The 1904 St. Louis World's Fair was massively popular. One ice cream vendor ran out of dishes to serve his wares. Nearby was a concession stand selling waffles. So the ice cream man bought some waffles. He rolled them into cones. Then he put ice cream inside, pretending it was deliberate. The ice cream cone became a World's Fair sensation. 8. Slurpees are frozen because a machine broke. Omar Nedlick owned a Dairy Queen in Kentucky. His fountain machine kept breaking down. Nedlick had to store his sodas in the freezer. Sometimes he kept them for too long. Then he noticed that his customers actually preferred them. They kept on ordering those pops that were in a little bit longer. So Nedlick built a new machine to produce that frozen drink. The IC dispenser was bought by more than 300 companies. 7-Eleven licensed it in 1965 and renamed the drink Slurpees.